It is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, I'm ready for more.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, Eason. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing is Eason. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. To get takeaways, you've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle.
Teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Eason sets to throw it. And That's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Carter. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. They go play action with Eason. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preach, it's coach, it's thought about.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll try the left side. It's McLaughlin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Tua. And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Play action. It's Eason.
Looking for Campbell downfield.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's Eason to throw.
That ball caught by Campbell. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Eason.
This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Eason.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Eason.
He finds his man, complete. That's Rose.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. Yes. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. To the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw. Eason. He finds his man, complete. That's Rose. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gonzalez able to tag out on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try the left side. McLaughlin, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. There's Fuller with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tua going to throw.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
2nd and 14.
From midfield, here's Tua.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Indy.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the bootleg. Eason. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Eason. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On first down, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rose. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Looking to throw. Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Gonzalez able to tag on the PAT, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Full left side complete. That's Burgess.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a give, right side. It's McLaughlin. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin, and he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
He's going to try and go deep again. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Set, hut, 60 red. 60 red. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tight dog.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Looking sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll drop to throw. Room to run past midfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A handoff to Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Quickly into the hands of Fuller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Check hot route.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So nothing fancy there. That was just a fullback dive. Defensively, they were ready for it.
They were, and I think that surprised the guys on offense because handing it to the fullback, well, you don't do that very often, so that's a tendency breaker. And I think they just wanted to say, let's just go straight ahead. As you said, nothing fancy. Everyone move someone out of the way and let the big guy work. Didn't get it done, though.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Tua going to try and throw for it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Ethan Carter.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again, Eason. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. Eason. And this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly.
And this is intercepted.
Julian Blackman, and the Colts are going to take over at their own 41.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On first down, Jacob Eason
looking for Campbell downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off-play action. Eason.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing is Eason.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Indianapolis, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired.